Hi, how you doing?
Hello.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
Swell. Wow. Thank you.
First of all, congrats on landing this show because I read this book and I've been counting days to see when they will adapt this. So congrats on landing these roles.
Thank you
Thank
so
And
you.
much.
you're welcome. And my question is, when did the book enter your life? Was this pre getting the role, or was this once you got the role, you're like, all right, I gotta read the book?
It was
Oh, it's okay.
it was during my audition process for me. I read the first book right before I tested so I could get a better grasp on TIFF. And then after I got it, I ordered the rest of the series that day. And then
Nice.
after it came in, I binged the entire rest of it that night. And now I have every edition that there is. And
There
I'm
you
hooked.
go.
I fell in love with it.
I read the
Beautiful.
books after my first audition for the show. I found a sketchy website and read all of the books in one night. And I immediately loved the color palette and the characters, and I really wanted to be a part of the show. And look at me now.
There it
Yeah.
is.
Thankfully.
We all became fans of the comics during our audition process, and when I first picked up the series, I became a huge fan of it myself, and I'm just so thankful to be a part of this production.
Nice. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
So Mac has a Walkman, and I'm always curious when it comes to, I don't care if the show has a soundtrack or not, or just in life. For you, was there an 80s song that best symbolizes both your characters and yourself in time?
80s song. Oh,
Ooh, 80s is the hard part for that.
it's coming to my head. It's coming to my head. You guys want to go while I think about this?
Ooh.
Is Shadows of the Night 80s? Pat Benatar? Yeah, that is.
I think so.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe
I'd say,
so.
baby, take my hand. We're running with the shadows of the night. We're gonna get through this. Come on, come with me. We can sort out all our problems later. We just gotta stick together right now. So,
Beautiful.
That's a good one.
I think this is the one that comes at the top of my head, but Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper for Aaron.
Beautiful.
We're going deep. I was just gonna say, I'm trying to choose between Push It, because we both have to work for what we want and accomplish our goals and protect who we love. And then I was just saying When Doves Cry, just because it was an iconic 80s song.
Oh.
And Tiff has pressure from her parents. I don't really have that, but
Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I also think True Colors by Cyndi Lauper is a good one for all of us.
Yeah,
For all the
that's-
characters.
Yeah, that represents the whole show. That's a good one.
That's
That reminds me of Trolls. That's when they got their color back. I can't sing. It killed my grandma.
She killed my grandma,
wow.
okay?
That's sweet because funny enough, Cyndi Lauper is one that both my mother and my grandmother, whenever I put 80s songs, they hear that and they're like, shush, shush, shush. And we're taking over the radio. I'm like, all right. I didn't think you were Lauper fans, but all right, cool. And I don't know how aware you are this. In this time period, when I was your age, it was a miracle every 3 years we would get a superhero movie or a Marvel or DC movie. In this era, I think that both it's a cool thing and also we'll see how it plays out where every month or every weekend a Marvel or DC movie comes out. As much as I like them, that's what's happening. I appreciate that books like these are in development, are being adapted, and there is no determination where they'll go. But I appreciate that they're taking the efforts to try something new from besides the big two. Are you aware of this? And from your point of view, do you appreciate that this is being tried out at this time in our
I
lives?
definitely appreciate the story being brought to life. It's a story that it has the sci-fi elements of the MCU and of DC, but it still has an incredible heart to its story, and also it has this coming of age element where it's for young girls who have to figure their lives out still, and they're also they didn't plan on going on this journey, but they know they have to see it through, and they're unlikely heroes. So it is a unique story that I think will be very fresh for audiences.
Yeah, and just to add on to that, I think it's cool that we get to look at it through a new perspective that media nowadays isn't really showing as much. And I'm really glad that we get to portray that on screen.
For sure. Like, I'm a big MCU, DC person, and
Yes.
I think that it's really, really cool that we get to bring, like, a fresh show, a fresh face to the sci-fi world. Because Paper Girls is, like, a really action-packed thriller, and it's very diverse. It's very diverse, and there's a lot of messages in it that I think are relatable to multiple people. Like, anybody can find a piece of themselves in this show, and I love that so much about Paper Girls, and I love that it's based on a comic book because I am a big comic book person, so that was really cool for me.
And back to what you were saying about diversity, I think this show definitely has a lot of that, but it's also not just like the mentality, oh, we have to put diverse characters. It's just real people.
Who they are, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't have said it better. My time's up. I hope this show's a success. I wish Nettie the best. If we lived in a different world, I'd hug you right now. But until that day, take care and have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet
It
you.
was great to
Goodbye.
meet you.
Have a great day.
Air hugs.
Hi, Sofia. Good to see you. First of all, I can't wait to see where Mac goes because I've only seen the first 4 episodes. So I'm excited to see where you're going to take the character. And I have to just before front the scene with Mac and her older brother in the car. I am an older brother, so that scene hit home for me, and I can't imagine being in that place, that mindset. So whatever you two did that day, that night, I congratulate you because I felt that, and I went, I don't even want to, I'm in my 20s, I don't even want to think about that coming in this fictional world.
Well, thank you for saying that. It's definitely one of my favorite scenes. The actor I worked with who played Mac's older brother, Cliff Chamberlain, he was just he was such a giving and generous actor, and I really admire his work.
I agree, and even that last motorcycle shot with you and KJ, you finally see me seeing a little bit of Mac's soul with her crying. I just went, damn, man, this show, this show's 4 episodes in, and it's already tearing my heart apart. So I'm like, well done, Sofia.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you saying that.
So Mac has a Walkman. It's from the 80s. I don't know if 80s is an era that you love music, but if so, is there a band, a song, or an artist that you'd be like, if you want to know more about me, here's a taste of this music, of this artist, or this band?
Yes, I absolutely do. I will say the Talking Heads.
There it is.
I've grown up with the Talking Heads, and I love them. I love them like mad.
Nice. When did the book come into your life? Was this pre the production starting, or was this right after you got the role and you're like, all right, I got to do research?
Right. So I'm a newcomer to the comic book and graphic novel world. So Paper Girls was my introduction, and a brilliant one at that.
Nice.
And before my chemistry test, I ordered. My chemistry read, excuse me. Well, my school is on my mind.
It's all good. Yeah.
Before my chemistry read, I read through one of the first comic, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And then throughout shooting, I would buy the next one, and then try to read through that as slowly as possible, just to savor the experience.
Right on. Then you're ahead of the curve of me because I went out of my way and be like, all right, I've only read the first 10 issues. I want to see how this show plays out, and then I'll catch up with the rest. Because even my friends were like, dude, just let's see where the show goes, and then see what comes afterwards with the book. So that's cool to hear that at least you read the book. So I appreciate that as a fan. Before I head out, is there? I don't want you to spoil anything for me. So you know what? I'm gonna give you a compliment because this hit me when I watched the first episode. Have you seen Terminator 2?
I have seen clips from it.
Okay. So once you see the movie in full, there's a character named John Connor in it. And I don't know, and this is a compliment from the heart. I don't have anybody on set mention to you. I don't know if anybody else will. And if so, if it's repetitive, I apologize. but you gave me John Connor vibes, and I was so fascinated by that, and I was like, I want to see what this girl is gonna do once the bigger picture unravels on it. Once they see a dinosaur, once we go beyond just Earth and whatnot. So I compliment you from the bottom of my heart. I'm like, you gave off some John Connor vibes, and I can't wait to see where you take Mac onward.
Thank you very much, and I absolutely 100% take that as a compliment. My aunt was actually telling me that she noticed a resemblance. So during filming, I was watching a few clips from the movie.
I want to leave you with that note, saying that you're on something big. I hope it's a big success, and I wish you nothing but the best. And if we live in a different world, I'd hug you right now after those 4 episodes.
Well, thank you, Miguel. Thank you.
It's good meeting you. Take care.
It was great to meet you too.